Hey guys, I'm back. So this is our fourth section of our design booklet. So we've got panel number 1, which is line, panel number 2, which is color, panel number 3, which is value, and panel number 4. Wow, I wish I could just stick these down. Instant texture. Okay, so panel number 4 is very fun and very wacky. So I'm just going to move this along. And I'm going to show you how we're going to get started with this. Now, I'm going to use different pieces of colored paper. And this textured paper, which when you touch it is a little bit rough. You guys are most welcome to come to the art room and to come and pick up some things. I'm also going to be using a little bit of this yarn, and I'm going to make this fantastically wacky. So, you know that I've been a bit naughty, and I should really draw this. As an artist, I should spend time carefully drawing these scissors, but I want to make a demo video for you guys, and if I draw these scissors painstakingly, we're going to watch a video for a long time. So I'm just doing a quick hack. Okay, I'd prefer it if you did draw it. All right, I've got my scissors over here like this. And I'm just going to add in the blade like that, and I've got this kind of detail over here, and I've got this kind of round part going over here that I need to put in, and then there's this kind of circly thing in the middle. Okay, I am actually going to cut these scissors out with my scissors over here, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. All right, so these scissors I'm cutting. So this is just an idea for how you guys can go about doing your texture. There are many ways to do this. I want you to look at the examples that I've posted in the assignment of other student work for ideas. You can create amazing textures at home with things that you've got lying around, or you can come to the art room and you can come and see what you can use. I've got this, lots and lots of this kind of textured paper, okay, which you're welcome to come and fetch. All right, so I'm going to go like this, and I'm just going to make sure that my pair of scissors are nicely cut out like this. All right. There we go. Oh no, I tool, never mind, I'll fix it. Guys, if something happens to your work along the way, okay, I'm just going to glue some paper on the back of that, it doesn't matter. Right, I want to cut out the scissor blades. So here we are, here's a little hack. How do I cut a shape? Look, I fold it in half and I make a little hole for my scissors, and then I just go in like this and I cut round. Okay, so that's how you do this. If you have a shape that you want to cut out of something, and I really want to cut out this part of my scissors. All right, I'm getting there. Cutting, cutting, cutting. I love cutting. I make lots and lots of art packets, guys, for kindergarten all the way up, and I do a lot of cutting. I love scissors. A really good pair of scissors. Okay, let's go round. And there we go. Right, my scissors are cut, and I'm going to just leave them on that side over there. Now, I've decided that I'm going to use, because I did have a look in my color section, I used complementary colors. I used orange and blue, and I want to carry on with that theme. So I've got some paper that I've cut to size to fit the width of my design booklet panel. And I'm going to show you how to make a very easy texture. So watch this. Just going to go like this. I'm going to snip, snip, snip all the way along like this. And then I'm going to even bend this just a little bit like this. And I'm going to take my glue stick. Actually, wait, before I do my glue stick, I want to show you how to do this. you need to start from the bottom. So you're only going to glue that section over there because you want the textured part to lift up. So I'm going to, you know, I like to have things going off the paper. It's a little bit of artist license. So I'm going to make this section hang off. Okay, so that's my first section. And I'm going to keep working. I'm going to snip, 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 snip. So this is just an idea. You don't have to do this. There are a million things you can do. Something you can also do that works very well is you could even crumple pieces of paper and glue on tons of pieces of paper. Little pieces of crumpled paper would make a wonderful rough texture. You can even put cotton wool on in places, okay? Cotton wool is a texture. Although I think paper makes something, cotton wool is going to be a bit plain because it's white, a little bit boring, so I would rather use yarn or something colorful. Okay, here we go. There we go. And I'm just going to keep working and gluing my way up like this. So I'm going to do half orange. This one is different in length. I'm snipping, snipping, snipping. This is like a fringing. And it's going to give a lovely texture. This is a little bit like hair. Paper fur, right? Right. Keep on going. And I'm getting to halfway already. And I think I'm nearly halfway. I'm good now. I'll do one more, and then I'm going to change to blue. Oops. Right. Snipping this all the way to the top. Oops. Right, and then I'm switching and I'm going to start making some blue sections like this. Oops. And I'm going to ruffle these a little. Oh dear, that wasn't supposed to happen. Never mind. Didn't glue it on right. Oh no, my beautiful demo. Never mind. Okay, here we go. So hold it down and I'm ruffling. See how I'm ruffling them a little bit? Make sure they glue down properly, not like mine. And so when I ruffle this up a little bit, it creates a really nice texture like this, do you see? Right, and I'm nearly there with this. Snipping away like this. Gluing that down. I'm just going to ruffle that up a little bit. That's it. Glue that in place nicely. And the last one over here. And then I'm done. Bend that a little bit so it makes a nice texture like that. Okay, so I've made my paper texture. Now I'm going to do something super wacky. My scissors, I'm going to turn my scissors around and I've got some yarn over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap the yarn, excuse me, around my fingers like this. Lots and lots and lots of yarn. Wrap it, wrap it, wrap it like this. And then I'm going to take my scissors and you see how I'm going to snip? Please don't cut your fingers. Okay, I'm going to snip down the middle. And there we go. I've got lots and lots of short pieces. And now I'm going to bundle my short pieces together. And I'm going to snip my short pieces down the middle. So I'm making lots and lots of hairy texture. And now I'm actually going to work away from this because if I work over here, I'm going to mess up the next part of my design booklet, which is not good. So here I go. I'm putting glue on the back of my scissors and watch how I'm going to do this. now I'm going to stick down my hairy yarn like this and just stick it down in place on the glue. In fact, you might need to use a stronger glue. I'm going to use a wood glue rather because oops, I think it's going to stick a little bit better than this paper glue. So let's see how we're going to do this. Guys, you're doing a wonderful job of staying with me through this very long very long demo today. Okay, let's have a look at what this is going to look like. So there we go, and I've decided that I'm going to just put down all of this kind of hairiness and maybe a little bit more over there, and I quickly need to make some more. So here goes. Just going to wrap a little bit more around my fingers. Just going to wrap it round. Right. All right, will she cut her fingers? Will there be blood? No. There we go. And I'm snipping this in half to create some more of the hairy stuff. Yo, that's all over the place now. Okay, and I'm gluing this down more on over here on my scissors on this side, and I think I'll put a bit more glue over here, and I think I've done enough of this now. I'm going to glue that down like this. Right, and now I'm going to put glue right on top of this whole great big mess over here like this, and watch this, guys. I'm going to turn this whole thing around. And whoops, and ta-da! There we go. That didn't work out so well. Never mind. As you go along, you can always fix what you're doing, right? So I'm going to put that back under there, and I'm going to put this back under here so I can get the effect that I wanted. Work in progress. Right. Just going to clean off the glue smears over here. This is what happens sometimes, okay? Things don't always go as planned when we're making our artwork. So you just adjust. You adjust as you go along. Okay. Then I'm putting glue at the bottom. I'm going to glue that down like this. This is going to take a little bit of gluing. All right, so this is just an idea for you guys, right? Okay, so I've got the white glue, when it dries, is invisible. It becomes transparent. So I'm just going to tidy this up a little bit. It's a little bit messy. And I'm going to put a little bit more glue over here to glue that down. Right. Awesome. Looking very, very strange. All right, so I've got my hairy texture over here. I've got my paper texture. I've got a whole load of different textures going on this page. And last but not least, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to create, looking at my scissors, I can see that the plastic part of the scissors has quite a rough kind of texture. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to draw that in onto this part of the scissors, and I'm simply going to do that by drawing rough with dots. Look at this. I want the scissor handle to have a kind of lemon peel texture. Look at this, how it immediately gives it a kind of a rough texture. Do you see that? Doesn't look like something smooth at all anymore. It looks like something super, super rough. Right. So I'm going to go all the way around with this handle part like this. There we go. Just going to go give this a nice old orange peel textured effect like this, with dots and lots of small lines. Then for the blades of the scissors, I should actually have done this first because I've now got this part underneath. For the blades of my scissors, I would actually need to do that in pencil first. I tell you what, I'm solving a problem. Hold on one second, guys. I'm going to use a little bit of soft shading over here by means of some paint, like this, to do this part of my scissors. There we go. And a little bit over there. Look, I've created an interesting texture with my paint as well. So there are a million different ways for you guys to do this. Then I've got the central part of my scissors over here, which I want to fill in like that and like that. Shade that in a little bit like that. And I decided that I want to trim this a little bit, and I just want to smoothen this out. Just want to cut this so it doesn't go over onto my next panel too much. And I'm just going to arrange that a little bit better for it to dry. Right. And guys, I've just completed my texture section of my design booklet. Oh my goodness, look at that. Lots and lots of different texture going on with that. So those are some ideas for you. Hope you have fun with this, and do come and ask me if you want some interesting supplies for this. All right, good job guys.